Okay, now that we are here in Visual Studio Code, our code editor, we're going to open a folder and we're going to select the folder where we're going to place all the information over. So I will select this folder, the first lesson, and select this folder. So it will take me to this page. First thing that we're going to do is right here we're going to create a new file. It will be an HTML file. By convention we call it index, but you can provide it the name that you want itself. Now we're going to place the following command, then click tab, and it will autocomplete our HTML information. What you will see right here is the structure or library architecture, the way that our web page displays information. First we will see the head, our body, which we will be able to see the visual information itself. So that is just for the setup. The first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to change the title of our project. So client API and save. Now that we establish our code editor with the HTML information, now we're going to go into the waters of this project. Something that is completely important is the fetch function that we'll be utilizing right here. So in order to understand these 3 steps that we're going to simplify, first thing that I want to talk to you about is the Mozilla Developer webpage, where we can find all of this information and get additional documentation. You can see that fetch involves multiple things. We're just going to try to keep it simple again. We're going to establish right here, or you will see that a fetch is also an interface, an API. We have not established already what is an API, so just not to keep things confusing a little, we can establish or tell that fetch is a function. A function is an action, like adding or doing multiplication or counting is an action. Right here we can see from the documentation that fetch is based on HTTP protocol itself, where we can get information or post information. Those are 2 specific actions that we want to take into account, because for the purpose of this project we're going to establish that or limit ourselves into getting information. So that will be from this part, from our request. So we're going to provide an example. We're going to open right here the Nationalize API. You will see that in documentation it provides this example. We can just copy this or open it like I did previously, but we can just place this right here. So with this route, is using the name of Michael to display the information. We're doing or requesting the information from an already existing application. That's why I have not already established what is an API. I just want to show you some little information on how this works. Imagine that there is a service called Nationalize that is running in its own server and it's in own terms as a single application that is connected to a specific protocol that just provides you the option of placing a simple instruction like similar to a function where you place a name. For example, I'm going to place right here the name of 1. So you will see that the information changes. You will see right here that the information is presented in a specific format. It can change on every different implementation or application. A common convention usually is JSON, but it can change. So now, with that explained, I want to talk about or discuss about these 3 steps. First thing is that the fetch function requires an argument that is a path. A path could be a path from your system, like the directory system, so you can provide data information from from something that is itself in your folders, or right here over the browser, like we did previously with the National Device API. We're going to take also into account this is an asynchronous function. What does it mean? That when we take a response, as soon as we provide the argument, it could take some time until it retrieves the information. I mean, there could be a lot of things that could happen that could stop the common flow of a program. So that's why we call that it is asynchronous. The way JavaScript works, and this could go a little deeper, and I will recommend you taking also a course on promises and callback functions and all of this stuff. But we're just going to keep it simple, but saying that this will return as a promise to us. Then response will be understood as a string of data. So that string of data will not be the information that we request or that we want to use specifically. There could be multiple formats like buffers, blobs, text, JSON, which is extremely important. So we're going to select the format, and then with the complete data, we're going to work whatever the application we're trying to build. So in this occasion, what we're going to do is that in the fetch function, we're going to place the argument, this will be our argument, specifically not with the name, and we're going to order or categorize information. That is most important, understand what we are receiving. So yeah, let's go ahead and see some code.